Alright, what's going on, guys? It is time for a weekly recap. There's really only one major story for the week that everyone's talking about. Like, every time I stream, I get asked about it a million times. I get asked about it on Twitter all the time. So here are my thoughts on the Keemstar versus H3H3 situation. So first of all, I have watched all of the videos just because it's such a huge topic in the community. I like to at least be up to date on what's going on, but honestly, I'm not that invested. I really don't care that much because I've seen this story so many times already, man. I don't know how long all of you have, been around the YouTube community, but if you've been around for a while, you know that like once every 1 or 2 years, Keemstar gets some huge exposed video done on him and everybody hates him for 3 months and then everyone forgets and it's back to normal all again. And the thing about these videos is it's almost always the exact same clips, the exact same info, the exact same criticism. Like, there's not really anything new to add to it at this point. Everyone already knows everything about Keemstar. Like, you're not really going to be changing anyone's mind because the people that support him already know all of this and they're just going to keep supporting him. And also, I think this was kind of bad timing on H3H3's part because he's not really in the position that he once was in. If he made this video back a couple years ago when he was at his peak and he was loved by everyone, he probably would have had everyone's support on this situation. But over the past couple years, people have kind of been turning on him because of some of the stuff that he's done as well. So I don't think he expected this much backlash on himself personally when he made his video. But pretty much, if you guys didn't know, the only reason these videos are being made is because these two dudes actually hate each other. They've been beefing over Twitter for years now. It's surprising that it's taken this long for videos to be made about the whole situation. But honestly, I just don't really care that much, man. I've seen this story before many times with Keemstar. Nobody's gonna care in a couple months. If we weren't quarantined, people probably wouldn't even care right now. They'd be outside enjoying their summer. That's what would be happening. So I wouldn't really recommend getting too invested into it. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about that actually is important, I think, is a new aspect to the situation, right? Usually, when two YouTubers are beefing or whatever, nobody ever really tries to attack the other person's sponsors. That may have happened a few times here and there, but not like this, not to the extent that it's happening right now. So I think this is actually something important to talk about. So H3H3 started it because he kept mentioning G Fuel in his video about Keemstar, and because of that, G Fuel got a lot of hate, and now either it's not clear on what happened, but either A, G Fuel dropped him, or he left G Fuel to avoid getting them more hate. Either way, Keem is no longer sponsored by G Fuel, although I will say he probably will get re-sponsored by them in a couple months when this all dies down. I would be surprised if he's permanently not sponsored by them, even including the future. And then as a retaliation to all of that, all of Keemstar's fans spammed H3H3 sponsors, which includes Old Spice. And now Old Spice no longer sponsors H3H3, and I would assume more sponsors are going to drop him as well, because now every time one of Keem's fans messages a sponsor of H3H3, Keemstar takes the tweet, he retweets it and quotes it, and he's like, "Hey guys, don't do this. Hey everyone, come look at this tweet. All my millions of followers, I want everyone to take a look at this. Hey, don't do this. This is really bad." So, come on, man. We see what you're doing. I don't know if he thought that was some, 200 IQ move that he was pulling or whatever. But the point is, I just think that going after people's sponsors is pretty lame. I haven't really seen that done too much in the past. H3H3 putting it in his video was irrelevant to the video. I think he was trying to be funny with it or whatever. I don't know if he intended on Keem getting dropped by G Fuel. I don't know. But that's what happened. And now they're going after H3H3 sponsors as well, and directly contacting these companies through Twitter DMs and being like, "Hey, I can't believe you sponsor this guy. I'm never gonna buy your products again, and I'm gonna tell all my friends and family to do the same." What the hell? That's super weird, man. Like, these companies are actually taking these people serious. They don't realize that these are like 12-year-old little kids trolling on Twitter. Like, they're not buying your fucking products, man. Like, they're trolling on Twitter. Like, what? But companies, they're not worried about that. You know, they're not trying to take any risks when it comes to that, especially at a time like this, you know, when times are tough and people aren't really going out and spending money in the first place. They don't want to lose any potential business that they have. So obviously they're going to immediately take everything seriously and stop sponsoring, you know, whoever, just because, you know, they'd rather be safe than sorry, right? So I just think that's weird to like take time out of your day and like DM a company to like not sponsor someone. That's like, you know, you get in an argument or you get in a fight or whatever, and instead of like handling it between you two, you go like tell the teacher about it. You know what I mean? Like that's basically what you're doing. Pretty weird. I just can't imagine anyone who has anything positive going on for them in life taking time out of their day to do that, you know? And in this specific situation, obviously, it's not really going to impact either of these two financially. They'll be just fine. All right, they don't need that money, how much ever they were getting or whatever, who knows. But I don't want to see it as a trend for the future, because I know just recently Pokimane attacked some guy's sponsors because he made a video criticizing some of her simps, and the video had a sponsor in it, and then she attacked that sponsor for, you know, sponsoring this guy's videos. And we can't be having that, okay? So that's pretty much my thoughts on the drama. I don't really care too much about the actual drama aspect of it, because it's just all the same shit we always see. But as far as like the sponsors part of it, that's something that we don't need to be seeing in the future. Now, I mentioned Pokimane, and I want to bring her up again because, as you guys may or may not know, a couple days ago, she had a little accident on stream. She accidentally clicked on a link from the hub, and, you know, it showed some inappropriate stuff on her stream for like a second until she closed it or whatever. And it was like a big mystery in the community on whether or not she was going to get banned for this, because in the past, a lot of people have been banned for this same exact thing. Accident or not, people still get banned. However, to, I guess, absolutely no one's surprise, she did not receive a ban. She only received a warning. That's fine. I'm okay with people getting warnings for this. I think that's actually the correct punishment. You know what I mean? People shouldn't get banned for accidentally showing something for literally like 1 second and then closing it and, you know, deleting all the evidence or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. But from this moment forward, I would like to see every streamer receive this same treatment and only get a warning if they make a mistake like this. You know what I mean? I would like to see some equality. Now, will we actually see that? I don't know. That might be a little bit too much to ask for when it comes to Twitch, because they definitely favor a certain demographic and they aren't scared to show it, which is the scary part. You know what I mean? They don't even try to pretend that everything's equal. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And I promise you, if it was the other way around and, you know, the preferential treatment went the other direction, I promise you it would be blowing up. It would be all over the news. People would be getting so upset about it. But, you know, the way that it is right now, it's known, it's talked about, but, you know, there's no real outrage for it. You know what I mean? But hey, what can you do, man? Life isn't fair, I guess. You know, that's pretty much it. So anyways, I think that's pretty much all I needed to cover for this week. It was mainly just about, you know, the Keemstar and H3H3 stuff. We'll see how that goes. It hasn't exactly slowed down just yet, and it's been like a week now of it going on. So, you know, we'll see how much longer it drags on. But I don't know, it just doesn't really interest me that much. Like, old me, like 2015, 2016, I would have been all over this, you know what I mean? I think everyone would have, you know what I mean? Back then, drama was like so hype and important. Nowadays, it's like, it's a little different. So, I don't know. Anyways, we'll see where that goes. But as always, if you guys have any stories or anything you want me to talk about, just link it to me on Twitter. I'll check it out. If I like it, I will include it in a video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.